Hi, I'm Lex Dahl. And I'm Bat Tracy. And this is Punk Rock Blues, the bluesiest of the two of us. Oh, hey. Thought you were gone.
Hey guys, Lex Dahl here.
I'm Bat Tracy.
For Punk Rock Blues.
The bluesiest of the twosiest.
And that wasn't planned.
It wasn't.
No. This is Blu-ray DVD 4K collection update
87.
87.
Thanks, Bella. She confirmed it for you.
She confirmed it for us.
So because... Oh, before we get started, actually. We are giving out some digital codes this time.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because this is how it's going to work.
Okay. I thought you were just doing the thing where you were doing the movies anywhere and the...
Okay. Hey, so a heads up. Going into this episode. Heads up. Bella, our dog, might be breathing like crazy in the background. Someone, I think, commented about that last time. That's what the breathing is. It's her. Also, we have some digital codes to give out in this episode. Basically, anything that works with Movies Anywhere, I'm going to claim that code now because eventually our parents are going to get a Roku TV, and that's the easiest way that they can just watch movies. And, yeah, so anything that doesn't work with Movies Anywhere, we will be giving out.
Oh, so that's what it is? So
yeah.
These are the ones you tested and didn't work.
So, that seems unfair.
Now, are those the only ones that are in the...
Some are just older movies, too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we just have a bunch.
Cool. Also, if you love us, go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. We switched to the tiers. I don't know if we've talked about that in an update yet. We talked about it in the Going in Blind.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's been in an update yet.
We did switch up the tiers.
So we switched up the tiers. They're way better. Go check it out.
For us and you.
And yeah. Well.
We're going into DVDs.
Yeah.
The first one, this is one I was really happy to find. I found this at a thrift store, and I was really happy to find it because me and Nathan are going to use it for a 0 to 60.
Oh, is that
if
public?
we ever get to it. Well, I mean, we put an episode out.
Oh, yeah,
already.
that's right.
Yeah. So, if we ever get to it,
I think you'll get to it.
It's 11:14. It's got Patrick Swayze, Rachel Lee Cook, Hilary Swank, and Barbara Hershey, who I don't know who that is.
You read them in the weirdest of order.
Well, Patrick Swayze's the most famous.
You went boom, 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 boom.
But yeah, it's about basically like random strangers and how their lives interconnect at 11:14 in like 5 weird ways.
Oh.
I haven't watched it yet, though.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah. Jesus, this is one season. Next up is season 1.
Remember when TV shows were big?
Yeah. Next up is season 1 of 24. This is our mom's favorite show ever.
I think so.
The thumbnail might be me doing this today.
Wow. Oh, I get it. Like you're Kiefer.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to be Kiefer? Remember that movie I wrote when I was younger? And
I Want to Be Kiefer? I do.
No, there's a movie about space, but the reason that the main character has to go to space is because the astronaut that was supposed to go to the mission died.
And
I always imagined getting Kiefer. He wouldn't be in the movie at all. It would just be a picture, and I just always wanted to be. I still want to make that movie, so it would still be. I just want Kiefer Sutherland to be the guy that died. No offense to Kiefer Sutherland. He was the actor that came to mind when I wrote that movie. It was called Moon, but there's already a movie called Moon, so I don't know what to call it anymore.
Moonrock.
We're gonna call it Moonrock. Why? Because Sam Rockwell.
Next up is a TV show that I watched the entire run of back in the day when it first aired on TV. It was on TBS.
The best channel.
And I guess it's maybe my favorite Jennifer Lawrence role, even though she's
What about the Beaver?
barely good. No. Anton Yelchin's the best thing about that movie. Okay, this is the Bill Engvall Show. It's the sitcom where Bill Engvall is married to Nancy Travis.
Here's your sign.
He's a couples counselor.
Oh, okay.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
Tim Meadows is his best friend.
Oh, Tim Meadows is everyone's best friend.
I was thinking that in every sitcom.
You're not there in 9-9 yet, are you?
Here's your sign. Maybe. No.
You would know
Also,
Tim Meadows.
that's Jennifer Lawrence right there. That one. Yeah.
My favorite thing is in the one episode of Barry.
Also, 8 episodes.
Oh,
You should burn through it. I did. 2 days.
Her name, what's her name?
Nancy Travis?
No, from Barry. Everyone doesn't like her in this family but me. Barry's love interest.
I don't know her character name.
I can't remember. Sally.
Oh.
Sally's agent in the one episode is like, you gotta start somewhere. When Jennifer Lawrence started out, she was on the Bill Engvall show.
Yeah,
Look where she is now.
I fought for that.
I fought for that so hard. This is
Speaking of Bill Engvall,
hey, it's Blue Collar Comedy Tour rides again.
we previously had the first one.
Yeah.
I watched both these.
I watched, I think, this one with you.
No, you watched the first one.
No, because you watched the first one that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I watched this one.
Yeah.
Just the first 2 sets. Just Bill and Ron.
Ron's the funniest one.
Yeah, and I don't like
I like
that.
Bill.
Bill's great.
He's the best. Bill's so nice.
He tweeted me. Go to
Oh, glad I get this.
twitter.com/idiotdoll and go find Bill Engvall's tweet to me. It is, I am fine, because I berated him for like 3 days straight.
You didn't berate him. You at most were an annoyance.
Yeah.
You're a concerned
I was
fan.
just concerned if he
You're a
was doing
concerned
okay,
fan.
if he had COVID or not. He didn't. He never confirmed or denied if he had COVID.
Yeah,
he just
he's
said,
fine.
I'm fine. So,
So we never know if he's
Yeah.
negative or positive. But he's got money.
would that be big
got
news?
redneck money.
Would that be big news?
If TMZ doesn't fucking cover that. Alright, next up. This is one I found at a random thrift store that we went to in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
And sealed. Is the only
it
thing with
was
a
sealed.
disc.
And it was super weird too because
It's
it's
the same
just
thing
I guess, yeah. It's a
Which is random to
33
people.
minute short film that I just found. It's called Choke Kick Girl. Also, it just doesn't exist. You can Google it and it's very hard to find. I had to do a bunch of abbreviations. It was really funny though. I'm glad I found this. It's a thing we would never ever know that existed, and it was pretty good. It's about an MMA, he's an MMA fighter who becomes a hitman, and his girlfriend gets wrapped up in one of his hits, and it's funny.
Heavy one. It's Dale. Narrated by Paul Newman.
I've seen this.
Behind the wheel, he was a legend. Behind the legend, he was one of us.
Did you watch this as a kid?
I don't know. It's embossed here, and it's embossed here.
It's just
and
a
it's
big old
embossed
thing.
here, and it's embossed here. And it had a Pawn America sticker on it.
Yeah.
There he is.
You get to take this thing apart since
okay.
you.
I was going to move on.
It opens like a DVD.
Oh, does it open like DVD? Okay. Oh, so many discs.
Yeah.
Dale the
Read what's
movie.
on the discs.
Bonus features
They're
include
so
an alternate
silly.
openings, bloopers, deleted scenes, historical interviews, additional interviews, and much more. 2000 Winston 500 race with Richard Childress commentary. Great. See the historic race with newly recorded commentary from Dale's closest friend and team owner, Richard Childress.
Disc 4.
No.
You're in Disc 4, right?
Yes, I am. But hold on. It's gotta be so. That guy probably knew that Dale won that race.
Yeah.
You'd be those boring thin watching a NASCAR race knowing the winner. That's 500 miles that you sit there and watch. I can't wait for Dale to win this thing. I remember the celebration we did afterwards because I assume.
And then he died.
Then he died a few years later. Was it 03 he died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine that?
Yeah,
You're
just
watching,
continue.
you know. Disc 4 is Dale Taylor Earnhardt's greatest moments from the Daytona 500 races, 86, 90, 97, and 98.
Disc 5 is my favorite, I think.
Disc 5, photo gallery, over 100 photos hand-chosen for this limited edition collection that take you through Dale's career and behind the scenes of his personal life. Also, a special featurette, The Making of Dale, hosted by Steve Burns. How many hosts did they get for this?
Could you imagine? You've watched 4 discs of this and you get to Disc 5 and go, oh, I can't wait to look at over 100 photos.
Exclusive two-way audio from the 1998 Daytona 500. Ride along with Dale and hear everything he heard as he communicates with the Richard Childress racing team. That'd be boring too. Watching a race and just going, you listening to Dale Earnhardt, be like, okay. So this is a digibook. Well, no. There's disc 1.
You don't have to show that. This is what you get to show. This is what you take.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that. Okay, what do we got here?
This is just the cardboard that...
So we got... They're so flimsy. It's like magazine.
That's a window thing.
Oh, okay. 3, Dale. Little postcard of the Great American Race with Dale.
Just put it in there as
500
you...
super
the way that you
stretch.
go.
This is a ticket to the Daytona 500 from 1998, I think. You can not make that out.
Either it's 88
It's
or
98 because here's the.
It's probably the one he won.
Yeah, because here's the stand-ins.
Yeah.
2 hours, 53 minutes, and 42 seconds that you would listen to Dale. Do you want to know his average speed?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it 179?
172.712.
I was so close.
Do you want to know his margin of victory? Under caution.
Wow. I've watched this movie.
Yeah, I know.
because I saw it on the Speed channel back in the day. All right,
07,
let's move on.
because it was released on 9/11
We spend too much
07.
time talking about Dale.
Dale.
You can never spend too much time talking about Dale. That's what I
That's
always
Dallas
say.
Cialis' new thing. He's gonna like Dale.
No, that's bugging Lars.
No.
You can never spend too much time talking
I'm gonna
about
bring Dale into Dallas Cialis, and he's gonna be like, you know what my favorite movie is? My favorite movie is Dale, narrated by Paul Newman.
Next up, this is one of our dad's favorite
Is it?
movies? I don't know. He likes these guys.
This is the Fat Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Disorderlies. I think I've seen at least the opening scene of this, because it opens with them having a wheelchair race.
Okay. Classic.
Yeah. But I'm going to rewatch it with our...
That's
I think, are
literally
we going to
the-
watch it? Are you going to
I
watch
had
it?
no plans. I didn't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to watch it with our dad. Also, it is a burn on demand. You can tell by the paper is like a copy, like it's just printed, and then the disc is it's a blue disc. We have this one on Blu-ray, but I needed to buy a DVD to get the deal
Oh,
at
yeah.
that store.
So this is Dog Soldiers limited edition steelbook DVD. That's pretty neat. Hey,
Ooh, I want that.
good. I bought this movie. It's Ed TV. I love this movie. It's my favorite McConaughey and
Ed TV,
Harrelson.
more like Red TV.
Oh, Jenna Elfman.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
The case is red.
What's the big thing I know Jenna Elfman from?
Do you know what character that is?
No.
Get out of here.
Is that Eden?
No, it's a character
Oh.
from a TV show.
I don't know what you
It's Elaine Bennis.
did. Oh.
I was doing that.
Oh. What do I know Jenna Elfman from?
Jenna Elfman?
I know she's in a lot, but like, there's
Oh my
one movie I've seen
God.
like 100 times with her.
Looney Tunes Back in Action, the movie.
Is that what it is? Yeah. That's what it is. That is what
Jenna
it is.
Elfman.
Cool. Anyways, I love this movie. It's my favorite McConaughey and Harrelson. You've never seen it. Oh, that
There we
guy's in
go.
it. Ron, was that Rob Reiner? Yeah, Rob Reiner. Ellen's in it. Dennis
Ellen?
Hopper.
Well, next up. Oh, I'm so jealous. You get to see both of them.
Oh.
Next up, I didn't even know this movie existed.
Oh, I
But
didn't.
it's The Extreme Adventures of Super Dave.
Rip.
The fake stuntman character of Bob Einstein.
Rip.
I almost said Epstein. I was like, I do not want to get flagged for that. Bob Einstein played Super Dave. He was also in Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was one of my favorite characters in that. He was very, very good. You should really watch that show.
I was gonna start it.
You would love it.
I'm on a new show now.
This was really fun. I didn't love it, but I liked the character and
The
I thought it
name
was really fun.
It's Chuck.
Super Dave Jr. sucks. That's a reference.
Cool.
Jelly that you get this. A
Once
thing that we've
again.
both seen.
IMAX NASCAR. A thrill minute not to be missed. It's lenticular, so you can watch the race without having to put in the disc.
Oh, I put it in the disc.
Yeah, how was it?
It was fine. I liked it.
Tony Stewart.
You know, they talk about Dale a lot and his death.
Tony Stewart, he killed someone.
He's literally the most famous person in NASCAR history, Dale is, I guess. Yeah, Tony Stewart's a murderer. He should be in prison right now.
It was produced by Lauren Orleans and Douglas Disco Hilton. Douglas Disco. Hey,
Keith Sutherland's
it's
the
narrator
narrator.
Kiefer Sutherland. Dallas Cialis.
I was just thinking, I was like, wait a second.
Dallas Cialis, new plot development. I'm writing Dallas Cialis. People
Do
are
you
like,
think-
people are like, people don't know yet because
you
I haven't
were-
released
if for
it.
some reason you died,
Yeah.
and you could not portray Dallas Cialis,
Yeah, who would I want it to go
would
to?
you want Kiefer Sutherland to?
I don't
Because
know.
he's got the voice.
Does he? I don't
If-
know. I've
imagine-
never seen any.
Imagine his voice.
Does he have the
and then-
chops?
And then just have him do a southern accent.
I don't know Kiefer Sutherland's voice. I've seen
Wow.
nothing.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I'm working on Dallas Cialis as my character. I'm literally writing a script for it. It should be out soon. But there's gonna be a joke that he's pen pals with Douglas Disco Hilton because that name's great.
Next up, I watched this one on Netflix, and then I found it at Dollar Tree. So it's Life After Beth. It's got some good people in
Life
it.
After Beth.
In fact, I like all four of the actors in this. Dane DeHaan, Aubrey Plaza, Molly Shannon, John C. Reilly. Get up, up, up. Tonight we're gonna rock. Tonight we're gonna roll.
Get
Tonight we're gonna
up,
party
up,
till we
up.
lose control.
Get down, make some noise. This
We are
one's
definitely
for
the biggest fans of that song in the world.
Get down, make some noise. This one's for the girls and boys. Party hard, stay up late, cause we'll never masturbate. Yeah.
Get up.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't
I
the
think I know my
sharpest
cue.
tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the movie's called Loser, and the movie's called Loser.
Did I mess up the cue?
No, you got it. The movie's called Loser, and the movie's called Loser. Movie's called Loser. I don't want to do that anymore. It's Losers with Jason Biggs and Greg Kinnear. I've never heard of it.
This was directed. I bought this not knowing a thing about it. Okay, I saw the cast and went, oh, okay. It was directed by someone who also directed a movie later on in the update, and I went, oh wow.
Amy Heggerlin film.
Yeah, she
Those are
directed
the
Fast
biggest
Times.
credits I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Look at those credits. And they're in yellow, which means they suck. Moving on. I thought we agreed not to talk about it, so you can.
Next up, a thing that I bought.
No, we weren't.
Because it was $1, but we don't endorse this man. He did a bad thing. And also, this was a bad stand-up. I'm going to say that. Louis C.K. chewed up. I'm going to chew him up. Because, one...
Well...
no, listen. Setting aside the shitty things he did, just at this DVD alone.
Yeah.
The first joke, he walks out and says the N-word. He proceeds to say the N-word about 15 times throughout this set. He also says the F-word maybe about 20 times throughout this set. And I'm not talking about fuck.
We're never talking about it.
He says a lot of things that I'm like, this is not funny. It's just kind of mean.
No, I don't endorse him, but I endorse 2 of his jokes because they have nothing to do with anything. I don't know if they're on this special.
It's the t-shirt one?
It's the t-shirt one?
Yep. And the him bouncing on the guy's butt?
Yep.
Which that now I'm kind of like, maybe that's weird. Maybe that's where he got the... But,
you know what I find strange?
I don't like this.
You know, everyone's always like, oh, comedy back in the day was so bad, and, you know, people are always apologizing
I don't think... George Carlin still holds up. I mean, I haven't watched it.
I mean, like, you know, he came out and said the N-word, and that would be terrible now if he wasn't already a bad person.
I think it was terrible then. When did this come out? 2008.
Anyways, I watched...
back then.
Anyways, what I'm saying is, I watched a Conan clip today from, I believe, 6 years ago.
Okay.
And he made a joke about how being gay is wrong, and like the crowd like stood and cheered. It was a Jordan Schlansky segment.
It was from 2016.
What? It was like 6 years old, and he was like, "What's this on your? Why do you have this on your desk?" As every Jordan Schlansky segment is.
Yes.
And he goes, "I keep things on my desk that I enjoy the presence of." And he goes, "Well, where's your gay porn, Jordan?" Ha ha ha! And everyone started cheering and clapping like crazy that he called Jordan gay, and I was like, why was this funny to people back in the day? Hey, are you seeking a new YouTube channel to subscribe to? Well, you should subscribe to us. Are you a man seeking a woman? Well, you shouldn't subscribe to us because we don't really have a lot of chicks around. But we do have this movie now called Men Seeking Women with Will Ferrell and
It's his
Grant Shaw.
second movie ever, I think. Do you know his first movie?
Won't any woman give him a shot? How'd you like that intro?
That's fine.
Thanks.
Do you know Will Ferrell's first ever movie role?
It was Jane Silent Bob. No, that's not true. It was, he's in he's in Superstar. But
he is in Superstar.
That's not his first, is it?
No.
There's something that he's like a walk by on or something. I just found out Bill Hader's in the finale of The Office, and I can't find the clip.
What?
What is it?
He was Mustafa in the first Austin Powers.
Oh, okay. It's like Zoolander. I forget he's in Zoolander because who cares? Well, I care. Where's my thin?
God, you're getting all the fucking good ones tonight. Next up, this is a really good show that I love. I watched it on Hulu, and it's probably the funniest thing I've ever watched in my entire life. And I liked it so much I wanted my parents to watch it, so I bought the DVD. It's Nathan For You, the complete series. If you have Hulu, go check this out. It's literally the funniest thing in the world. If you're looking for the hat, I put it in a box.
What?
Yeah, I packed it away.
You're saying I get all the good ones, and this is what's next. Hey, it's red, white, and blue.
What's the background of this?
I don't remember.
We just found it randomly online.
And
you told me to buy it.
It's so bad. Red, white, and blue collar sitcoms. Make TV great again. To heck with being politically correct. Honk if you might be a redneck. No trespassing. Fathers be sought.
Where's the don't tread on me?
So it's Married with Children. Is that all in the family?
They got the list on the back.
Okay, so Married with Children, Archie Bunker's Place, Jeff Foxworthy show, Roseanne.
Yep.
Grounded for Life.
Yeah.
Right? No, he's not grounded for life. This guy's grounded for life, and he's third rock.
You don't know who that
song.
guy is? Can you name all the actors on there?
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy,
Yes.
Roseanne Barr, John Goodman.
Yes.
The guy that plays Archie Bunker.
Yes.
John Lithgow.
Yes.
Keith Urban.
No.
The guy from Florida Georgia Line. I don't know who that is. Who is it? You always talk about him, I know that.
Yeah. I honestly, his
Urban.
name is escaping me because you threw me off when you were like...
AJ Styles.
Stop throwing random names out there.
How is Third
Oh my
Rock from the
God,
Sun
what's his
not
name
politically correct? It's about aliens.
That's what I was thinking.
What's his
Donald Logue.
Oh,
His name wasn't even in the credits.
Now you bought this for me, so
You can take it.
I don't know why you bought this for me. I guess I should say that. It's Slam City, WWE. What's funny is I've actually seen every single episode.
Same.
They're
At
not
least
good.
season 1.
It's not good. They never did anything.
My favorite one, though, is the CM Punk one. They're all inside. But don't open it. The case
the case
fucked.
looks terrible. I like the concept of the finisher. I
Yeah.
I
like the concept of the show.
I thought the show would go places, but it was so bad. But I would
Remember
definitely-
Camp WWE? That was a good concept.
No, yeah, that sucked too.
I like
You know what I remembered? I was actually going to tweet about this. And I'll just say it on camera. Remember when Jeff Tremaine made a TV show at WWE and it wasn't very good?
Yeah, what was that called?
Swerved.
Yeah.
I watched every episode of Swerved. And all it was Hornswoggle jumping out of bowls of food at people while Renee Young laughed.
That was the entire premise.
That was pretty much the
yeah,
entire
because they
show.
couldn't do anything jackassy.
Yeah, the only good bit that was very funny was the security guard. They told the security guard to only let people in on the list, and then they told him that the Miz was fired. And then the Miz showed up, and the Miz was in on it. So the Miz showed up and tried to get in, and the security guard was like, "No way." So then the Miz went and like dressed up as like, you know, some other costume, like a hot dog costume. He's like, "I can't let you in, Miz." And he's like, "You need to let me in on the Miz." And then he would leave again, and like they would bring, like they had a big patch. It's like, it's fragile, you know. And that was an entire episode. Was the Miz trying to get into the building, and it wasn't good.
Okay, I'm gonna restart this.
There was also Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV, which sucked.
Yeah.
I watched every episode of that too. Legends
You've
House, that
seen
was
everything
good.
on WWE
I watched
Network.
all that like original content, like when it's first launched, like the
Yeah.
Edge and Christian show. I watched that was pretty good, honestly. I wrote an entire album.
Okay.
No, I wrote an entire album where every song was named after an episode of the Edge and Christian show because the episode names were funny. We're on to Blu-rays now.
Yes.
I could start with that because you like this, and I have.
It's the A-Team. Dun, 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 dun,
Da-da-da-da. What's funny? That's what your shirt is, right? Da 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 da.
Yes.
Yeah, first two lines.
The A-Team.
The A-Team. I had a funny
It's a
remark about
stupid
this.
movie that I love.
I had a funny remark about this, and that remark was, "This is the movie I've started the most times to go, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it."
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Next up,
Cool.
Upgrade. We had this one on DVD. It's another Tom Hanks movie.
Dried up flesh. Dried up. What is the quote?
The Burbs.
Dried up.
It's got your favorite Corey in it.
Dried up. Corey my teeth? Corey
I'm not talking Corey from
Feldman?
Boy Meets World. I'm talking Corey Feldman. Yes. You got
Have
it
you ever
before I
seen-
could finish. my
Have you
thing.
ever seen that bit where Bill Hader
What's the movie?
is talking
where-
about Corey Feldman?
What's the movie where Corey Feldman is having sex with
I don't know.
15-year-olds?
I don't know.
Which I always thought was a weird role for him. Cause I'm like, isn't he raped it as a kid? Like, why is he playing this role? I think it's maybe called Hooking Up.
Have you ever heard that one really
Future
funny...
me, when editing. Put the name of the movie here.
Have you ever seen that one really funny clip of Bill Hader talking about Corey Feldman?
No.
So, he used to be
I love Corey Feldman.
Bill Hader used to be a PA, and he was on this show, and it was what Corey Feldman was on. It was a reality show, and it was called, like, Real People or something. Do you know what that show is?
Yes, Real World.
No, not Real World. It was, like, Real People or Real Celebrities. Or they said the
I'm a
celebrities.
celebrity, get me out here.
Yeah.
Do you remember that
Yeah, I
show?
remember that show. But
Lou Diamond Phillips was on this.
he's on everything.
Because is he a celebrity?
He's in 992.
What's he from?
Him and Tim Meadows are in the same 99.
The only thing I ever knew that guy from was he was George Lopez's either brother or brother-in-law on the George Lopez show.
I only knew him from the ranch.
But everybody was like, "Oh, it's Lou Diamond Phillips. He's a huge TV star." I was like, "What was he on?" They're like, "I don't know." He's like, "What's he from?"
I knew him from the ranch because he ran away with Ashton Kutcher's
But
mom.
what's he from? You know,
I don't know. Dallas,
Woody Harrelson.
maybe? Yeah.
Like he's from Cheers.
Zombieland. He's in Cheers?
Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Yes. Was he?
I don't know. You're thinking of Ted Danson.
Shut up. Hey,
And Frasier.
what TV show is Woody Harrelson on? I knew it.
He's on Cheers? I don't like Woody Harrelson. Anyways, so...
You're like, this better be quick, and you're sidetracking so much.
The show is called Real People, okay, or something like that. And it was celebrities, but as Bill Hader put it, the celebrities that go on Real People. And Bill Hader was the PA on it, and he was like 20 years old. And he was like, I didn't know that reality TV was fake, because I was a big fan of reality TV. And he's like the editor came in and was like, Bill, come watch this. Come watch this.
Yes, I know the story.
And then Corey Feldman was like, and she left me. And it's just Corey Feldman crying. And then they cry and cry. And he's like, it was so funny. But he's like, they were getting married. But in the show, they hated each other. And then the director was like, hey, Corey, one more time, but just do it like that. Oh, yeah, no problem. And he's like, that's how I found out is Corey Feldman's crying. Hey, it's Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. The 25th anniversary Blu-ray and digital.
Who directed this?
I'm going to guess Amy... Hickerlin.
Yeah! She also directed Fast Times.
Yeah, I know you said that already.
I'll say it 28 more times.
I remember the line, by the way. It's, dried up old man dead skin.
We already have so many copies of this movie, but I found it at a thrift store for $3, and it's lenticular. It's The Dark Knight Rises Blu-ray. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it.
Everyone's seen it.
Yep. You saw it in theaters and you walked out.
No, I walked out of The Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I want to clarify. I love The Dark Knight. I just was on meds at the time.
You were 8 years old.
I was 8 years old, and I was on...
We don't need the backstory.
I was on Prozac, and I just kept getting bored, and so I would run out of the theater, and I would just run up and down the stairs, and you know that thing you do as a kid where you climb over a railing and slide down it. I did that. I went into the bathroom.
As a kid, I do that as an adult.
I don't know why I have this because I don't want it, but it's
this is the second copy of a movie I don't like.
Yeah, it's Django Unchained. It says the new film by Quentin Tarantino, so that means it's just like,
it was the 8th.
No, April 8 was, I don't know, but it says the new film. And it's like this was like probably the first one that went out, you know, because now you can still buy new copies of Django.
Yeah,
because it's a big movie for some reason.
It is.
We don't like it.
It's a broken.
We do not endorse it though.
No.
So we're moving on.
Is a movie that our dad recommended to us.
Yeah.
I watched this. I've seen the episodes of the show. You have not. This is like a parody of like police procedurals from the time. I have a hard time saying that word, procedural. Procedural? I don't know how to say it right. Anyway, it's like a parody of those from the time period of the 50s. What I'm trying to say is, it's Dragnet.
Picasso at the Bistro.
Another Tom Hanks movie. At one point in this update, Burbs and this were next to each other. And then we got things in between them. Also, what sucks about this is it's from the Shout Select, so it's supposed to have the slip.
Oh, the slip.
Yeah, and you know how I know that?
Oh.
Because it's got the reversible artwork
Oh.
of the original. That's the original poster.
You know how that song goes.
Where the Buffalo Room?
Dirty Dusty. Dandy Dusty. Dame, dare, dame,
It's a good
dane.
song.
And that's how I learned how to do something in German. I don't remember what it's called. Hey, I bought this movie. I thought I already had this in an update. But I guess not. It's Foxcatcher with Steve Carell, Mark
I guess
Ruffalo, and
none of the other
Tatum.
codes are actually in this update, so we'll just say them at the end.
Okay. This won Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival. 5 Academy Award nominations, Best Actor and Best Director. Steve Carell's performance is incredible. I watched a documentary on Netflix called Team Foxcatcher. I would highly recommend that if you've seen the movie.
But you haven't seen the movie.
No. I'm bummed that I watched the documentary first because now I know the whole story of the movie. I still think it's going to be great.
You want to see the dramatization and then see the true story.
Yeah, one of those things.
Because now if you see the documentary, now you see the film and you're like, well, that's not true. It's like reading Tanya Harding's Wikipedia page before watching I, Tonya.
No.
We've all been there.
I just mean, because of, like, the twist. I mean, if you knew the story of Foxcatcher, you know what happened. But I didn't, so I watched the documentary. It was like wrestling documentary, and then I found out what happened. I went, whoa! And I knew that's a movie, and that movie's gonna be weird for me now because you just kind of build up like I know how stuff happens. But yeah, it's great.
Do you want this?
I'm gonna quote Kenneth Turan from the Los Angeles Times because I think it's a great quote. A gripping story of seduction, rejection, betrayal, and murder. I really like that.
Did you see this in theaters?
I think I saw both of them in theaters.
Oh yeah, because I didn't see the second in theaters.
Yeah, I saw the second on August.
I think the second at Half Price Books with a slipcover.
I saw the.
Isn't that weird?
Sure. I saw the second on August.
It's like I almost I'm like I don't want that with a slipcover.
I saw the second on August 19th, 2013, on a date.
Yeah, so we were talking about this when we got the second.
And can I say that it is not a movie for females at all? It's Grown Ups 1. This one, I guess, everyone can enjoy, but not the second one. I just saw some TV station is doing summer select movies. I think it's Comedy Central because when I stayed at the hotel, I think that's all I watched was Comedy Central. And they were like, look at our summer movies. And one of the clips they put in is the first scene in Grown Ups 2 when John Lovitz is having all the ladies bend over and shake their boobs. That's the clip they started the trailer for. Look what movies we chose for this summer.
I love those
Is all
movies.
the girls. The second sucks.
You think the second sucks. I think it's fine. Next up is a movie that is also fine. And I didn't really have an interest in it. And I'm kind of glad I saw it because it was fine.
It's not fine. It's called Home.
It's Home.
Can't you read?
It's
Where are your cheaters?
Sheldon Bazinga, if that's his full name, as an alien. And also Rihanna is her. And a big criticism about this movie is that it's a vanity project for Rihanna, if you can call it's a vanimation project, because it's just it's all Rihanna.
Yeah.
Almost all of the dialogue is Rihanna. Almost the entire soundtrack is Rihanna. It's so Rihanna.
I love Riri, though.
You would like this movie.
Yeah. Bazinga, more like Ozinga. No one said anything to me about that. Hey, I love this movie a lot.
It's fine.
You think it's fine?
Yeah, Andre's in it. He was very funny.
I don't know what draws me to it so much. I think it's maybe just because I saw it in theaters and liked it at the time. Is that Megan Mullally? No, it's there's a Rose Byrne.
I don't know.
It's Rose Byrne. It's The Internship with Owen Wilson in it and Vince Vaughn. This has got one of my favorite jokes in movies.
I hate Vince Vaughn.
No, you like him now.
No.
Because the cell block thing. Did he do something bad? He really is into guns.
He's really into guns and
that's fine.
Protecting the Second. And
did you hear about Mike Ditka today?
No, I didn't hear about Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka.
The only thing I'm ever going to hear about Mike Ditka is he's either in Kicking and Screaming or he's dead.
As you know, Mike Ditka's not a good person. I love the guy, though, just because he was a good coach.
And he has a funny name to say, Mike Ditka.
And he had the mustache.
Yeah.
But today he said that if
I could book a wrestling thing, Mike Ditka. Just bring him in.
Okay. Dude, after Regis died, apparently he did an interview with every single wrestler of the 80s. I didn't know he was such a big WWE fan. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, Mike
Regis
Ditka
was a nice guy, it seemed like.
Mike Ditka today.
I hope it never comes out that he...
Mike Ditka today
I don't want to say anything, just in case.
Mike Ditka today said that if you don't stand for the national anthem, you can just get the hell out of the country. And it's everyone's shocked by that. It's it's Mike Ditka. He is not a good person already. I still love the guy. I think he's funny. But he's an idiot. And so who cares what you think? You're old and you're like the Ron White of football. Every picture of you's got a cigar in your hand. Move on. What are we talking about? The Internship. I was going to say it's got one of my favorite jokes in movies. How did we get talking about Mike Ditka?
You take this because I want the next two.
What I love about this movie,
what I love about this movie
is when he's the one Vince Vaughn invents Instagram.
I think you literally asked me, have you heard about Mike Ditka? We were talking about Regis. We were talking about Regis.
No, we said Vince Vaughn's a bad. No, I said Vince Vaughn's a bad person because of the guns thing. I said, did you hear about Mike Ditka? And
you said, speaking of Regis, have you heard of Mike Ditka?
Anyways, Vince Vaughn
just go on to the next
Instagram, and then he also does the thing where he's on the line and off the line. This is you.
It's a sequel.
It's the Jewel of the Nile. It's the sequel to a different movie, Romance in the Stone, with Joan Rivers.
Did it say on the back?
Yeah, it says on the back.
I was going to ask you.
Michael Douglas.
This one's not as good.
It's got the classic Bluray
Romance of the
discs.
Stone's good.
Well, she was dead for this, right? Was she dead for Romance of the Stone?
Who?
Didn't the lady that made Romance of the Stone
She
like, die?
she died before this one came out.
So she saw Romance of the Stone.
Yes, I think.
Romance in the Nile is a special feature on this. Move on.
Next up, I was so glad to see this. Special shout out to Kerslake, who said he liked it because he saw it in theaters. Kerslake, you're wrong. This movie sucks. It deserves all the hate it gets. It's the last Airbender from M Night Shyamalan.
Man, I don't know it ever pronounces my name right.
It looks fine. Like, some of the special effects are pretty shoddy. The acting is so wooden. Like, the martial arts looks pretty good, and it's like they clearly went for that in the casting calls because the actors just can't act very well. Also, there's a weird story behind the main, like, female chick. Yeah. I don't remember her character.
Cora or something like that, I think?
Maybe. But
I see it in a lot of memes because the show just got added to Netflix.
Her father was like one of the main investors behind the funding of this movie, and that's why she was cast in the role. And also just all the exposition, every single line of dialogue in this entire movie is like, we gotta go to this place and get this thing, and then we gotta do this because the evil people will be doing this, and they hate us because of this reason. And then there's like story parts where there'll be like one scene will happen, and then it'll totally jump to like something way differently, and the only thing connecting it is like a narration that's like, and then between doing this we did this, and that led us to doing this. It's like there's an entire romance subplot that only happens in the narration. It's so weird.
You know that
it's a bad movie.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah,
which is the most I know about Avatar. Because I'll never watch it. The
only thing I know about Avatar is that the Na'vi are better than humans.
I didn't grow up on it. I never wanted to watch it. I just don't care.
It's like one of the best animated shows.
Everyone says it's great. Nate posts about it every day. I am never gonna watch it. I get to take that from you.
Damn it!
I went in and
you have to take that because Burnsy.
What about Burnsy? Oh yeah,
he recommended that to you on
my list that I totally started.
Next up, this is, I think James Rolfe said in a Cinemassacre video this is his favorite movie ever. That's what put this on my radar. And turns out
he hates it.
No, I don't know what your YouTube Night Loner Film Reviews. I think that's your YouTube name. I think so. Anyway, KB. This movie's amazing, isn't it? The Maltese Falcon. It's from the 50s? I think 51. It's an older movie. It's from 1941. And it was very, very good. Humphrey Bogart. It's a detective noir film. It's really, really good. 5 stars. I really loved it.
This doesn't fit me anymore.
Yeah, why don't you cry about it?
Next up, it's a Criterion.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to cry about it.
Oh, this is so brutally sad.
It's Marriage Story. With Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver. Does that open up to... It does. And it's got this kid in it, too, I guess. And It's got some notes. It's got a booklet of over 100 pictures of Dale Earnhardt.
No, it's just like got
notes about
pictures
Charlie
and like the cast and
Nicole.
Stuff. This is a minor spoiler for Marriage Story if you haven't seen it. It comes with Charlie and Nicole's notes about each other that are brutally sad and also very romantic. No, we are not reading them.
How is that a spoiler? Is that where they wrote notes?
Just a little bit.
Well, that's why we don't have a lot of them.
Because they're expensive.
Doesn't Edgar Wright have like every one?
He has so many. He keeps posting. Also, I hate Laura Dern in this movie. Thumbs up if you agree.
I hate Laura Dern in most movies.
Oh, just her character's the worst in this. God.
Hey, Burnsy recommended me this.
Didn't he put it in your movies you need to see before you die?
List. Shoot me with those. I'm still making the list because I still haven't started. It's The Money Pit. The disc is not in here. It doesn't seem like it is. It's The Money Pit with Tom Hanks. I think I watched part of this with you. I didn't watch the whole thing, but months ago you watched it.
I watched it on Netflix.
It's the part where like the whole house falls apart and Tom Hanks doesn't know.
He's on the stairs?
Yeah. Shelley Long. Where do I know her from? I know her from
Shelley Long?
Yeah.
She's in a lot. She's in Caveman. She's right over there. Caveman.
Caveman. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I looked at
No.
the story. Yeah, I'll get around to it. Steven
It's very good.
This movie's got that great slow-mo gunfight at the end. How'd you like it?
I like this movie. I saw
No,
it.
just the gunfight scene.
It's good.
Cool. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're divorced now, right? Or are they still together?
I think so. I saw this way back in the day when it first came out.
I think I did too.
And rewatching it, I think it's really underrated.
Brad
as an
Pitt's
action
great.
film.
Remember how long you hated
It's
Brad
really
Pitt?
good. Yeah, he's really good.
And then, you know what turned it around? The Jim Jeffries show, and everyone was like, oh, Brad Pitt.
I liked it before that.
I
He
didn't.
was in Inglourious Basterds.
I didn't like him before the Jim Jeffries show.
Oh, okay.
He was the weatherman.
Next up, I got the Invisible Man complete legacy collection a few episodes ago, and this time I got the Mummy complete legacy collection. All 6 films from the original legacy of 1932 to 1955. It includes The Mummy, The Mummy's Hand, The Mummy's Tomb, The Mummy's Ghost. I should have done a bit where I was like, point to the body part of the movie title, The Mummy's Hand.
Where the mummy touched you.
And then you would have pointed to the hand, and then I would have said The Mummy's Tomb, and you would have been like, what? I don't have that. The Mummy's Ghost, The Mummy's Curse, Abbott and Costello, Meet the Mummy. I watched all 6 of them. The best is The Mummy. I also really like The Mummy's Curse. Abbott and Costello, Meet the Mummy was very funny too. I didn't like the trilogy of Hand, Tomb, Ghost, because it's a trilogy of one story that literally starts in the first and ends in the third. And the first one, the mummy's like barely in it. It doesn't appear until 40 minutes in, and they're only 1 hour long films. So it's like, what the fuck? When it makes more sense when you look at it as like it's the start of a 3-part story. But when you're just watching the one movie, it's like, where's the mummy?
Orca, the killer whale.
I wanted to see this for a long, long time.
Starring Richard Harris. I love him.
Do you?
I think so.
In 7th grade, I had to do
You had a sex dream about Richard Harris?
No. In 7th grade, I had to do like a book report type thing on Will Sampson. He's a Native American actor, and he's in this movie. It's like the thing he's most known for. And so that's how I always knew about it.
I didn't have to do that in 7th grade.
Basically just a Jaws ripoff. This is a 23-minute Blu-ray because it's an episode of a TV show. It's Robot Chicken, the DC Comics special. Isn't it crazy that an episode of a TV show can get released as its own Blu-ray?
DVD makes sense, but Blu-ray.
But I love it though because I don't want to buy the whole series. I just wanted this. It's also very funny. Like, oh my god.
Next up, this is how I'm forever gonna call this movie title, and you can never change anything. It's like Our House with a Cock in Its Walls.
Okay.
It's Season of the Witch, Ron Perlman, with Nicolas Cage, because it literally says Ron Perlman's name as close to the title of the movie as possible on a case. So it'll forever be known
Season
as
of the Witch,
Season of the Witch, Ron Perlman. He's in it. He's on the back looking like Deathstroke. Look at him. He looks like Deathstroke.
He has a really funny quote about this movie. Well, first,
Is it bad?
it has an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was just gonna look that up.
I liked it.
Oh.
It's not good, okay? But it's
Yeah.
very fun, and it looks super cheap, like cheaply made and bad CGI. But
Yeah.
it's just so fun. Also,
You know a movie looks not good but is good?
Huh.
Immortals. I hate the look of that movie, but I liked it. Except for that scene where he's roasting women.
yeah, that was awful. Hard to watch. Was it roasting women right there? Ron Perlman it has a funny quote about
that
this.
was his college nickname. Ron roasting women Perlman.
You go to a bar and be like, "Oh, don't you look fat today?"
Oh, Perlman's back at it, guys.
He has a funny quote about this movie where someone asked him about it, and he said, "That's the reason that I like playing the sidekick in movies, because you can do any type of movie and you don't get blamed if it's bad." Because he's the sidekick of Nicolas Cage in it. I just thought that was really funny.
I like him in Hellboy. That's Ron Perlman.
Oh, I like Danny DeVito's. Here's the Penguins.
The producer liked him so much, they put him in the TV show. It's the same guy, he can do two TV shows in 40 years.
Next up is a movie by the Coen brothers. I'm really knocking out... I should look how many more we need of their filmography that we don't own. But
I can't believe they've done that many movies.
they've done so many, like 20 maybe. I watched this one on Netflix not that long ago, and it's very, very, very good. It's like slow moving, and I don't think everyone would like it, but it's really funny. It's A Serious Man. It's about a Jewish guy who's just going through some life problems. He's also a bit of a cuck.
2 questions for you.
It's kind of
you
a
know what?
spoiler, but oh
not
well.
2 questions for you. Hey, to enter the digital code giveaway, you have to answer a question we ask. I'm gonna ask it now.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be a 2-part question because I have 2 parts of a question. Part 1. Which MCU property would you give the Coen brothers if they needed to? If they were gonna do an MCU film, which property would you give them? I want you to answer that first. I have seen very little Coen brothers movies, so I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna.
Does that have to be MCU?
Yeah. Do you have a better DC? Did they do Jonah Hex? Who did that? It was an acclaimed director, right?
I don't know. We don't own it yet.
Josh Brolin hates that movie.
I remember it being fine, and then I found out people hated it. I was like,
I just read it the other day.
I need to rewatch it.
I watched the end of it at a hotel somewhere.
I got a really weird choice.
Okay.
Speedball / Penance.
Okay. Part 2 of my question.
Okay.
What movie that isn't directed by the Coen brothers, of all the movies, do you watch and go, Coen brothers could remake that? Or you know what I mean? Like, what movie...
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, I'd give that to the Coen brothers. Maybe a movie you didn't like, but you knew Coen brothers could handle that.
Okay. Jeff Who Lives at Home.
Oh, I can't take that away from them. You know what I would do?
What?
Just because it's coming to mind. Evolution.
No, you can't take that away from them.
Because I don't
they
know
do
their
like
style.
quirky. They do like quirky stuff. But they're not as quirky as like the guy who did the Addams Family. His name's still in my mind right now.
Hugo Sylvia or whatever.
No, the director.
Pepe Sylvia.
He directed Big Trouble.
Barry Sonnenfeld.
Yeah. He was their DP for a long time.
Oh, okay. Evolution they could maybe do, right?
Take this. Yeah. They could do anything.
It's embossed. It's got Dude Law. It's Sherlock Holmes. A Game of Shadows.
I would like to see their
Is this
Fight
the
Club.
first? This is the second one.
That's the second one, yeah.
Because the first one's Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
With Dude Law. He has a mustache. Is that a fake mustache? You just watched these. Is that a fake mustache?
Yes.
Because he doesn't have
Which
a mustache.
one?
He has a mustache on the cover.
Yes.
But then the whole back. Oh no, there's the mustache.
He has a mustache in the movie.
The lighting's real bad on that scene then. Okay. It's got Dude Law in it. Dude Law.
Next up is a movie I saw in theaters, and it's no good.
I love it.
It's very stylized. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Story's not there. The dialogue's not there. The acting's poor. There's that one really funny scene that I made you come on and watch. It's The Spirit.
Would you give Frank Miller? So he is.
No, I wouldn't give him any movie.
Oh.
Is that what you were to ask?
Well, I was gonna.
Unless
certain
Robert
property.
Rodriguez is there to rein him in, I do not want him directing anything.
Different question then,
Okay.
because I don't want you to get you started on that. It's somewhat the
It
same.
doesn't upset me.
It's the same
he's
question.
crazy.
Same question. I'm going to phrase it differently, and I know your answer is just going to be like, "No one. I don't want to see that movie."
Okay.
But who would you give a Spectre film to? Not the James Bond one, like the Spectre. Like, who would you hand that to?
That'd be a really hard thing to title because it's like, oh, is it a Bond thing?
No, it's the Spectre.
Yeah, but like the common knowledge people that don't know who the Spectre is,
They
it's
know
not
they've
a
seen a
main-
DC movie.
Yeah, but they'd be like, people don't. There's some people out there that don't know the difference between DC and Marvel, and they just think, oh, it's all the same.
Yeah, but then
Where's Batman in the Avengers? Why didn't he show up?
DC is or Spectre is such a weird one that people would know it's a superhero film, but would they know? You know who I might give it to?
I don't know, honestly.
You know who I might give it to?
Ryan Coogler?
No.
Stallone. I
No.
don't like him anymore.
Leanne Ford.
He posted that anti-mask meme
Who?
of like Stallone.
Leon Ford, I'd give him... He did Griff the Invisible. That's the only reason I picked him, because it kind of looks the same. You know how Spectre's suit is.
Yeah.
Gabriel Mock's in it. He's in A Bag of Hammers.
He's in Suits or something.
I never watched that, though. Hey,
A movie I love that nobody else likes.
Last up, for me. How is this broken already?
It came like that.
Jesus.
I know. Amazon,
Yogi
you gotta blame
Bear
them.
with Dan Aykroyd and Justin Timberlake. My girlfriend, you met her, she's from La Jolla. She said that she used to
She's
work...
from Utica.
She's actually, what's funny about me saying she's from La Jolla is that the city she was born in is Lahore.
Oh.
Yeah, Lahore, Pakistan. Anyways, she said that she used to watch this all the time as a
That's
kid.
Spanish for the whore.
Come on, man, it's Urdu. She said that she used to watch this all the time as a kid. Then, just before I could say it wasn't bad, she went, well, it wasn't very good, but I still loved it.
I like it.
So
I
I'm
like
going to watch
a lot.
it. Maybe I'll watch it with her.
Tom Cavanaugh's in it. He's
Yeah.
very funny. I give major props to people that when you're watching them in a movie and they're giving a good performance and you realize they're acting next to nothing, or at most a guy with a tennis ball on his head.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, kudos to you. James Marsden, he's the absolute pro at that. If I was ever to make a movie like that,
okay, how about this?
Conway.
I was just gonna say, can James Marsden?
I'm thinking about it. He can put a fat suit on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold.
Yeah. We finally booked him.
Half the time you're going to be acting next to nothing, something you're used to.
Yeah.
Other times you're going to be acting next to a man in a bear
It's
suit.
me. Remember, I agreed that it would be me.
Yeah. So are you cool with that?
You
acting
also
next to something.
have to pee next to the guy in the bear suit, which we will do methodly. You have to pee for real. We're not putting that in post.
Yeah,
that's it.
It was the bear that would get the close up of the penis.
But it was gonna be CG.
Sure.
Because though it's in a bear suit, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Last up.
Yeah.
Continuing my somewhat quest of continuing all the Bond movies.
Which Bond is this?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
It's Dr. No.
That's an inside
I think
joke.
the first one. I believe this is the first one.
Does it say?
His name is
Bond is better in high definition.
Yes, in his explosive film debut. So this is the first Bond movie. So yeah, I'm gonna work on getting all of them. I've seen all the Daniel Craig
There's
ones
literally
now.
a pack. I showed you
I
every
don't
time we go to
want
Best
that.
Buy.
I want this.
Every time we go to Best
I
Buy, I
want
go,
them all.
look.
I want them all individually.
I go, look. Have you ever seen Herb Welch?
No.
I'm going to show you that after this video.
Okay, that's all.
That's it.
80-something movies.
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot. I have a list on my. Do you have CLZ?
Yeah, I don't really worry about it. This is the outro. It's part where we do the outro. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit the notification bell so you get us all the time. It's free and you can always change your mind.
Smash that like button.
I burped doing that and it really hurt.
That's what the kids say nowadays.
Yeah.
That's how you get people to like. You gotta smash that like button.
Slap that like button. That's a Davey 504 reference.
No, you gotta smash it so hard your computer breaks into
Update.
pieces.
I really don't like Davey 504.
I don't know who that is.
He's a bass. He's a bass YouTuber.
Hot take.
Yeah,
There's never been a bad Ghostbusters movie.
that's wrong.
I'm Bat Tracy. I do this.
Where?
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust. I almost always say the other S.
Letterbox. Yeah.
I'm not going to push that anymore. It's a stupid app. I don't like it. You can follow me at Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, or Stardust at BashRacy01.
I've been Lex Dahl. You can follow me on Instagram at StrangerJatheistJerk and on Twitter at Idiot. Check out my Stardust, my Twitch, and my team Timo at Lex Dahl.
I don't know what that is.
Timo, I got an app for today. It's a schedule calendar that helps autistic people schedule their day. So I was like, oh, I'll go check it out. It had 2.2 on the App Store. I was like, yeah, you can add some activities, but eventually it won't let you add activities anymore. So I'm not going to get it.
Oh, okay.
I wish it worked, because it seemed cool.
You don't plan anything.
Where can they find us?
At Punk Rock Blues on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. Remember to answer that question.
Yeah.
To be entered in the giveaway.
Oh, we gotta do the digital code.
Oh yeah.
We forgot about that.
How did we used to do it? I said it and you held it
I'll
up?
just hold it up and you say it.
Okay. Clueless. Downhill. Guns akimbo. Killing Gunther.
It's Gunther.
Gunther. Jesus, I gotta remember all that. Lego DC Shazam. Magic and Monsters.
You know how I remember it?
Yeah.
It's the most generic title for a Shazam movie.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Or alternatively known as Salazar's Revenge.
Oh, okay. Then it spoils it, because aren't you not supposed to know he's in it? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, because he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then it literally, they talk about that on the Weekly Planet, because
that's what I was
in their
saying.
region it's Salazar's Revenge,
Yeah.
and they're like, it opens saying Salazar's Revenge, and he's the bad guy. Yeah, it's...
Smurfs the Lost Village. Think like a Bella. Dog. War of the Worlds, the bad one.
The 2005 one. It's good.
Oh, that one's good?
Yeah. It's Steven Spielberg.
Well, the original's really good, though.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it. We Summon the Darkness, I think.
Yeah. It's very good.
Cool.
Most of these are pretty good.
We're done. Join us
Yeah.
next
Get
time.
out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Lex, where are you going? We still have all these to get through.
Not doing all those.